Howdy, lieutenants and economists.
The most volatile, evil, disgusting things on the planet, humans. If you have a video request, you can always go to assholeconsulting.com.
Yeah, I am gonna charge you, kids. And that is the importance of not fucking up.
You are such an asshole!
Howdy, y'all. Oh! Last video of the day. It's Friday. Gotta get that work done before the weekend hits. I did want to thank all of you for being so kind to send me your business, because this is a dream come true. People say it's a dream come true. No, it's a fucking dream come true. It really is. You gotta slap yourself. It's a fucking dream come true. Wake the fuck up and appreciate it. Nobody sits down to appreciate it. Anyway, I'm going to keep this guy anonymous because there's a bit too much identifying information. Hi, Aaron. I've been a fan of your show for a while, and I thought I would finally make my own submission requesting a video response. I apologize for the length of the email, but hope it will give you the full scope of the circumstances. I appreciate your insight onto the matter. The subject of my inquiry is, what should be the next step in my career? Professional background. He provides a link. I'm 26 with a degree majoring in accounting, and I'm currently 18 months through my Australian CPA. I am currently a management accountant at a place, acting as a consultant for another of other clients. I absolutely love the work. I'm extremely passionate about making things more efficient and generating more revenue. All right, that's what accountants are for. The job pays okay considering my experience level and local market. And then he says it is heavily dominated with the female, passive, aggressive, emotive, gossipy, all around. Previously, I was an accountant involved in another place to this particular industry. I'm trying to save your ass here, kid, because there's too much. Someone could look this up. An idea. With my input in stuff that we don't have to say, I was working more than 40 hours a week, and the company was very successful, put it that way. Issue. Essentially, while I still feel a little inexperienced in the greater scheme of the business world, I would like to plan out the next 5 to 10 years of my career. That usually never works, just so you know. The world is too chaotic and too dynamic and too changing for you to plan out 5 to 10. Fucking Stalin, with the entire control of the Soviet economy, couldn't plan 5 years. So, or was it the Chinese? I think it was both. Let me try. No, Chinese were the great leap forward. I have the long-term focus of attaining money and the autonomy which comes from owning your own business or holding senior management positions, which I experienced in the startup. The questions I'm facing are: 1. Considering my age and experience level, when would be a good time versus too soon to venture out on my own? As you will see in my second questions, all the options I am looking at are full-time gigs, and a little hard to balance with a full-time job and part-time study. Should I even be looking at my first business venture as a full-time job substitute, or consider something low-capital part-time, such as consulting, to get my feet wet before taking the plunge? Absolutely. Look, there's only 24 hours a day, 8 of which is spent sleeping. And right now you like your job. What the fuck? Do you know how rare that is? I mean, seriously, that's like top 2% of the planet. And you're making good money for a single guy. You don't even have your CPA yet, all right? Just hold on. Hold on. You're going to need experience. You're going to need your CPA. This isn't to say that you shouldn't start a side business that's low capital and part-time. Like, if you've got a great ideas are not necessarily ones that are profitable. Great ideas are ones that are profitable that take that much time, okay? Because not everybody has that much time. So you are not abandoning your career right now, especially at a job you love, as you don't even have your CPA yet. You're getting it before you move any further. You're going to build up a little bit of capital, make sure everything's paid off, maybe work up a little bit of money to buy yourself a cheap-ass condo. So, like, push comes to shove, you never have to worry about rent, which is your biggest expense. So you just just take it easy. I mean, I'm not saying if a brilliant idea doesn't come to you, don't try a little bit of it on the side or online. But yeah, you ain't buying no fucking rubber plant and gonna manage that full time. You just hold on. 2, what is the best type of business? What is the best type of business? If I should open a business at all, the options I have on the table are continue down the corporate accounting path with a steady climb to approximately $120,000, at which point most people max out in small, medium business finance manager roles. The pros, I know what the pros and cons, I know, all right. B, do a master's in civil engineering, project management, and get the experience in building roads and infrastructure. 10 years down the track, build my own company via tendering for local and state government contract work, which I would have good working knowledge of at that time, having worked in local government. Pros, money. Good Lord. See, my mother and brother are nurses. Following another 2 to 3 years in local government, I could get employed in a hospital nursing home as an accountant. After gaining some experience, I would buy an old motel and renovate it into a nursing... Oh, fuck! What the fuck? Have you thought about the regulatory hurdles? Dude, you have to make your business work for you. Why would you go into that? That is insane. Do you know how much bullshit you'd have to deal with? Right now, the number one complaint of my friend, who albeit is way more financially successful than me, his number one complaint is dealing with people. He's got to hire all these people. His number 2 complaint is dealing with government regulations, right? No. D, make a YouTube channel called Nice Guy Consultant. That's the best idea right there so far, because it's easy. Because it's, I don't know if you make a lot of money, but appreciate the simplicity of that, of course, mocking facetious idea. It doesn't take anything to set up that website. You'd be the only consultant, and there'd be no other working parts that can fail, okay? This gets back to, I've drawn the analogy before, I think it was the T-34 tank in World War II. The Russians sent up against the Tiger and Panther tanks that the Germans had. And by all measures and accounts, the German tanks were much better engineered, highly engineered than the Soviet tanks. Well, the problem with the German tanks is they were over-engineered. There's so many things and so many moving parts and bells and whistles that if they broke down, they were a pain in the ass to fix. And although they may have taken out 3 or 4 or 5 Soviet tanks, the Soviets could bang out their tanks on the assembly line and then also have tanks 7, 8, 9, and 10. So you do not want a business. I mean, maybe you do. I can't tell you what to do, but I'm just telling you what I think. You want a business that's easy, okay? You don't want to... And I'm not saying you never hire an employee or you never have people working for you. You don't go into manufacturing. But fuck, nursing homes? No way! That's just, no, I would not do that. The civil engineering thing, what the fuck are you thinking? What are you going to be in school all the time? Another 10 years? No. You get your CPA and you focus on accounting, okay? Unless you had some huge passion for civil engineering, fine. Major in that part-time at school is more of a hobby. And down the road when you're 40 or 50, maybe you can go ahead with this idea. But right now, just focus on getting your accounting career up to schedule. So I would go with option A for now. Continue down the corporate path with a steady climb to approximately $120,000, at which point most people max out. Yeah. All right. Now, it is not on your list. And again, I am not familiar with Australian accounting, but I think with your CPA and all this, here's one question I've asked the GF, because she is an accountant. Heck, even I've thought about doing this, is I just go set up an accountancy. You know, Clary's fuck all accounting. And I hire a bunch of CPAs, because here's the secret. Most people do not want to become entrepreneurs. Most CPAs are not entrepreneurial types. And they'd rather have someone go and do something that they can do by setting up an LLC, a company, a corporation, or whatever, and go work for that corporation than do it themselves, even though it's not that hard and they can make a lot more money. So what I would say you do, so you're not bullshit about it, why don't you continue on as you are in accounting, get your CPA, Get a little bit more experience in the field. I'm sure, tax, audit, or whatever else that you want. And then when you're comfortable, like, okay, I got enough experience, you set up your own accounting company. So you do tax, audit, analysis, whatever, and you just hire a bunch of desperate CPAs who are happy to have any job. And then you sit on your fucking ass and collect money and go fish while all the CPAs are doing your work. I think that would be the simplest thing. But no, right now. But if you're not willing to do that, I know on your list it wasn't to set up a CPA accounting firm. But right now, I would stay with your career, because if you can make 120, and it seems like you're making good money now, you really enjoy it, and if you think you can make 120, dude, I got news for you. It doesn't get much better than that. It really fucking doesn't. I know there's this romanticism where this like, oh, it'd be wonderful, I could, become an entrepreneur. If you like your job and you're making six figures, it doesn't get any better than that. So I would keep going down the sure and stable route. Get your CPA. As you get more experience, you get higher up the mountain, you'll start to get a better vantage point of what might be or might not be profitable. Consider my idea of running your own accounting company after you get a little bit more experience. But yeah, you're not doing the civil engineering thing. God almighty, if you want to start a nursing home, go ahead, but I think that'd just be a headache. I think you'll come up with better ideas along the lines of start your own accounting company. Not to say that you have to, but I think you're going to come up with some better ideas that don't take you to go back to school for a whole new fucking degree and let's go into the most over-regulated, hyper-regulated, pain-in-the-ass industry there ever was. So, steady as she goes. No new shit. Don't get over-aggressive. Reading this, I don't want to give, because this is more specific information to you. My parents came from a poor background. I'm making this more succinct. While they support me in everything I do, they are telling me that I am dreaming fantasies with opening my own business, etc., and should settle for the steady 9-to-5 option A. I have always had the mentality that if somebody else can accomplish something in business or life, that I could do the same, given that I have spurred on by being the underdog throughout my entire life. I greatly appreciate blah, blah, blah. And then some minor details here. Yeah, here's the thing. Your parents are wrong. You should go start a business. Absolutely, 100%. You should start a business. But then if you're going to start a business, there's the right way and the wrong way. The wrong way is like, I'm going to go get a whole other degree or go into really shitty industries, okay? You need more experience. And what I think you would also, this is where your parents are right, that you should focus now on your steady 9-to-5 job, because it just pays well and you're very happy. But down the road, kind of keep your eye. I always show people my idea list. You'll go on, you'll start coming up with other ideas. Like, oh, maybe I could do this, maybe I can do that. I think your plan is good. You just need to come up with some better ideas for a business. That's because the rate of return is not that you can't make money. It's the amount of time that you're going to have to dedicate to getting this stuff up off the ground. So yeah, steady as she goes. Do not rush. Save your money, and a better idea will come to you. I still like my idea, frankly. I think my idea, because no one's been able to explain to me why it can't happen. Like, oh, I don't know. I'm just not the type. What do you mean you're not the type? I'll be the type then. And I know I could have probably started it myself, but look into that. See what it takes to set up your own little accountancy. Just have people do people's fucking taxes. Charge almost $60 an hour. Boom, bang, boom, you're done. It's easy. So, anyway, best of luck to you. Toodles.